So you need to be in good terms with your chi, agwu, ndi ichie, ndi mmiri, so that they will not disturb you when you want to prepare your awele, because you have to tell them. You have to confide in them. Iwele oji, iwe gwa ha. Use your kola nut during that your ego for ego more, how you term it. You have to let them know. Nekwa, I want to embark. I want to have my okuku awele. I want to have my ita awele. Can you grant me permission? Will you accept it? Is it good? Some will tell you, no, don't do. I am enough for you. I, your chi, will bring anything you want. Your good luck, your whatever is hinged on me. So you don't need that ukugu awele. You understand? You ask your agu. Ana akposa ha fa na mmụọ. Na-ajụ ha ihe dị otu a. Afọ ugili. Onye mara agba afọ ugili ọfụma, afọ obodo aga. You ask if it's the other kind of afa, as long as the person that is being used as a medium is pure and is their level of spirituality, well, is quite high. They are clean also, spirit, soul, and body. They can get answers for you. Yes, I've done this spiritual consultation and they have approved. You'll be there. You have to be there. Or if you trust your Dibia Mwafa, they can do it on your behalf, even while you are not there. After all, some people that are based abroad that need that, after everything, it will be shipped to them. They know. They are not there physically when the afa is being done. But the thing is that, there is freedom of religion in America. Whatever you believe in, nobody disturbs you. But there are some certain animal rights that is like a part of their law, established law. So you have to be careful. If it is this ubenugo, they will not allow it. Me to be that awele ubenugo na me, because birds are endangered species, and the eagle is a sort of symbolism in the American, I think the American flag or their logo. There is a kind of, I've forgotten. So when they see such things, is contraband. You have broken the law. Simply put, you have broken the law, and there are penalties to it. You can be jailed. So you have to be careful if you're not the kind of dibia that knows about international law and the rest of it. You really have to be careful. That is why others bring solution that they keep it in the dibia's place. But what if the dibia is no longer alive, or something happen, like some people will go and do okite and they will leave it wherever? You need to know whatever you are using to back up your business, whatever thing good you are using to back up your business, like that's Itawele. You have to know the do's and don'ts, the modus operandi of energizing it or appeasing it when you wrong it. Yeah, because sometimes you can do things that is against that awele, and it will start backfiring against you. Let me give you an example. When it works for you and you receive everything, don't be carried away. Oh, I've made millions. Oh, yeah, it's my business strategy that made it work. It's the effective strategic planning that I put in place that made it work. It is this, it is that, or it is of your own making. Na lie yo. As long as you have an awele pot, it's awele, good luck, good fortune pot or charm. Na in do amo, better go and buy that ebuni igbo. Okay, na nwunye ọkụkọ. Ugbenugo na me if you are in Nigeria, because ordinary and emeli now, every part of Igbo land. Other cultures have their own, but I don't know what they call it. I don't know what they use to enhance it. Better go and energize it. Go and thank it. Jekene nyaba wele. Or else it will start working against you. Maybe ojide beni ne pochikolu. It will now seal the doors. Nothing will come in anymore. You will start experiencing business stagnation. So that is why I said, find out through your dibia the do's and the don'ts. You can't just finish having sex. You come down from the top of a woman. You go there, say, wali oji. Because there are market days that you used to commune with it. Igoli of wali oji. Maybe your own was done on a K-day or Afode or Nkwo or Ori. Depends on the indigenous market day that your people honor. Because one thing you don't understand about indigenous market day is that it is based on the spiritual agreement that came into physical manifestation. It is what made the villages or town agree that Eke will be our market day. That is Afiafana Azu Bosi Eke. Then if it is Orie, it is based on that agreement. That is why sometimes I pity these naive Igwes that don't know anything about Ordinary. Yeah. They just come, they want to bring about change. You don't investigate, you don't carry out any investigation. The spiritual investigation you don't, you just think it's carnal. You ascend that throne carnally. Be very, very careful. You will die before your time. So you need to investigate to find out. Don't just change the market day as if it's by your own power. If it has been in existence before you ascend the throne, you have no right to change it. Except when you do some spiritual consultations and it is approved. But if it is not, please don't ever try it. It's going to bring a lot of setback to that community. In fact, it's going to kill you. You that is beheading that change. When I'm talking, I speak with every honesty so that you know. No, there are limits to some certain things you will want to do. Maybe with your carnal body or whatever. Carnal mind. So, there are some people, their aquarium will not accept it because aquarium also plays a similar role to that of Awele. You understand? There is nothing you will ask Aquali that she won't do for you. Just know the right way. Know the person that is in charge of the Aquali. Go before them. The person will lead you there. Because you want to ask for something. And when Aquali does it for you, don't ever forget to go and pay your respect. Whatever you promise any spirit, any deity, remember, if you are the one that you have memory loss, please tell one of your children. Tell your friend or your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend to remind you once you acknowledge that that thing you have been expecting has been done. A promise is a debt. Any promise you make to any deity, that is why most times I mind the way I talk before the spirit. Not that I'm afraid. One thing can, make you forget. Sometimes when you're so high with agu, you forget a lot of things. It's not as if you're suffering from dementia. But because you are in the spirit world, then the physical aspect of your life will suffer, suffer slightly, if not too much. That is why even myself as a DB, I have a diary. I put on my reminder, I have my Google, and to remind me, even on some appointments, even on a particular day that I want to do Olumo, to do spiritual work, because sometimes some people, I would like to know about their indigenous market day, because that is the day they vibrate the most. I will do their work on that particular day, when I invoke their names and everything so far. You understand? There is so much to learn. There is so much to teach. But it's accordingly. Any spiritual person that is loquacious, there is a problem. Oh. Even the secret where you tell him, you go even lick him, kuku. Kukuma lick him. So just know that some families are qualium. Don't accept anything ogwafia at all, anything Awele enhancement. Rather, they will prefer that you tell them, because they have that component within them. They have it. They call it, some call it Odo Omomo, some call it Emumu, some call it Udara Omomo. No, we call it Akwali Omomo, or Akwali, whatever. So, if you have it, they might be against it. So when you go for that consultation, if Akwali comes out and says, don't try it, please don't. Now make that Akwali your Awele. Whatsoever you need, go before her. Because most Akwali have Arobunagu together. You understand? During the time of installation of the Akwali na-enwe Arobunagu so Akwali. That one is another teaching for another day. So if that your Akwali has it, no need. Go before them. Jee malife Akwali unu na-eli gwa ya na ihe ịchọ na ihe ịchọ ka o mere gị. Na o mekwara gị ya, nekwa ife ya enye, because they love being rewarded, being acknowledged, for the good deed they did for you, for the good deed they do or did for you. You understand? More the somehow. When they get attention, required attention, they start working for the person. Yeah. If you that have them neglect them and another person acknowledges them and starts, doing the proper thing, they tend to sway to that person. As long as the person is not an evil person. Except the person now reprograms it to go and start doing evil. So be careful. Acknowledge your spirit. Do not neglect them. Be in good terms with your spiritual guide before you want to do anything outside of them. Please get their permission. If they say go ahead, you are free. If they say no, don't. Yeah. There is repercussion for disobeying. Or when we get wolo for ya toage, never spend Diego, but not because of that disobedience. So you have to be careful. Make sure you get approval. Even when you want to do spiritual consultation, you can do in 3 places. But by now, as a person who is rooted in ordinary, you should know the Dibia Mba Father gives you the accurate divination. You understand? You don't have to rush it when you want to find out some of these things, because out of experience, I've seen some people, once they just pay for Alpha, the next thing they are in your inbox disturbing you. When am I expecting it? When am I expecting it? My own reply is, I will always tell them, I am not. On the dark side, that I'll just open my mouth and start saying things. Wow. No. What if it is the time you met me or the time you pay for spiritual consultation, I'm drained in the spirit. I am drained physically and spiritually. What do you think my response will be? You have to give me time. Yes. It doesn't mean that the Dibia doesn't know what the person is doing. Like there was one that sarcastically was telling me, or you want to go and give it to another person to do the Alpha. I don't even have time for any argument. Please send your account number. I will refund it back to you immediately. Please go with your 5K or your 3K. It is not that your money that put food on my table. I used to say this a lot of time. If they have permitted me to do something else other than becoming a Dibia, let me not say things that will anger my spiritual guide. I wouldn't. Because majority of the people I have come in contact with, they don't have respect. People don't have respect because they managed to buy an Android phone. They are on WhatsApp. The way they talk to you, some people are uncultured. Some lack basic home training. You understand? Most times it is the way you approach Dibia that's the same way the Dibia replies you. If you come for me with insult and all that, with disdain, I will return it back to you. I won't say, let people tell me a nice person. I will swallow your insult. Ina puala. Isi agbali, isi emebigi. I will return it back to you. If you come with fire for fire, yeah. If you come in peace, I will peacefully receive you. So learn that it is what you give out that you will receive. Once you know this basic code of conduct, you know you have to comport yourself. Sometimes for that consultation, people will just come, don't insult you anyhow. They pay just now. They tell you to do afa now. Even in the days that you go to your church, don't they have days for counseling? Don't they have days that you can see the pastor for spiritual works or spiritual consultations? Don't they? And you think for them that to fix that day that they are not prepared spiritually to attend to you? Even sometimes, as they are doing it, they become drained. And they have to re-energize themselves, maybe to start another day, not even that same day. Ihe ọbụla na-agbafasị na ọ na-agbalụ mmadụ 50 or 100 in a day. Ma ọ na ọ satara ya asata. It is not natural or sensible, ma ọ satara ya asata. Anyway, let me not digress. Like I told you, go before your Oramuo, check spiritually to find out if they will accept you doing Awele. You understand? Because during the days of our forefathers, Akwali Omumu, Odo Omumu, Ekwo Omumu was the all and all. Aside from the other charm that they do to safeguard their properties. So Akwali Omumu is like every enhancer, good fortune, Awele for every family then. You can't have Akwali Omumu and you start looking for another Ogwafia or Awele or Okite. You understand? During the days of our forefathers, once you go before Akwali, Akwali will do it for you. Because Akwali is interconnected. It is interlinked with all the deities, all the spirit guides, all the more. I'm saying all this because of how people perceive or receive messages based on spirituality. Some will acknowledge their spirit guides as deities, some will acknowledge it as allosi, some more. You understand? It's just like when you are going to church, they are angels. The other subordinate more. But the foundational ones for families, you know, Udo Ogugu. Then Akwali, Ngene, Aro. So what am I saying in essence? As a dibia, even your spirit guides will even love you to have that Awele. The same way your Muo will also request you to do Okuku for your Muo. Maybe Okuku, Ogugu, or Ngene. Whatever deity that you work with. You understand? So for you to get maximum satisfaction with your Awele, you must be in peace with your Chi, Agundi, Mirindi, Chi, and Ajani. Awele helps so much that whatever you are doing with it will be going as you plan. That is why most Igbo businessmen that are into Ordinary, they are so prosperous. They prosper. But once you stop energizing your Awele, it will stop doing what you request from it. It will stop. If you now dekazi uzo niile kpochi ego ada abatazi ma ọ bụ na ka ife si move they move zi. Like a lacuna. There will be a lacuna. a void, a gap. But if you start energizing it and actually as in giving it its due sacrifice, it will start working accordingly. So just know that once you stop offering the sacrifice, your Awele will stop working. If things were at standstill before, it will return back to how it used to be. That is what I'm saying. But there are some, depending on the things you used to do, that your okuku Awele. Because no ife mmụọ ka na-eme. Those items, ima ana anu ya anu, you know, to be born to ashes. Ana anu ya anu ofuma wee enhance ya. Enwe some herbs and etinye that enhances it. Then that part can really represent spiritual animals. There are some, depending on how you enhance it, it will start disturbing. You might dream and see a madman asking you for something. You might dream and see that spiritual animal, maybe a gorilla, asking you for something. Once you have that kind of dream, if you don't understand dream, you can't interpret your dream, go and do spiritual consultation. Or you can put okuku ite Awele gi. And when you find out, you do the needful. Some will tell you that maybe your Awele can't harm you, it can't do anything to you, they won't like feed you in the dream or disturb you and all that. It is based on their own spiritual knowledge. If you also have okuku arobunago, ogana agbago ụgwọ. Once it is time to to sacrifice to it, to enhance it, and you have not done it, and your okuku arobunago has delivered, omegolu gi ife ịchọrọ, ịgba nkịtị ka na-asị ka eje ka abịa. Agbanyelu gị film inene na mmụọ ka m gwakwa gị agwa. Forget those people that will tell you it doesn't this. I said depending on the things you use to enhance it. Not body part o, nke ndị body parts amakwa m. But I know that is going to be disastrous. You will feel the signs spiritually because no ife mmụọ ka na-eme. Ya wele anu na-eme ọrụ ife mmụọ. You will feel it when you neglect it. In whatever language you understand, maybe through your dream, or vision, or something will happen once, twice, 3 times. They will call your attention to it. You start saying, this thing has happened. Why did it repeat again? Why is it now repeating? You go and find out, please. Don't stay in ignorance. Don't behave as if. You owe Awele its sacrifice. You owe it to energize it. You can also appease it. Maybe you have done something silly with your contaminated body, you go before it. Because anything you do as Awele or as in okuku, you have to keep it sacred. Where you keep it, people don't go in there anyhow. That is why some naive people, if they don't understand the kind of husband they married or the kind of woman that is in their life, they start saying, hey, if you don't understand, please stay away from such person. It's not something you start broadcasting up and down. Or you can as well ask question. If there is no human part there, this is what it is called. Okuku Awele. If your man will carry you along, your man will carry you along. But sometimes some women, demons enter into them and they go and do other things. I've seen a situation whereby somebody's Awele, I don't know how the person got access to it. Yeah, but I just no got time. Or you go there and start pouring water when it's not what you are supposed to use for it. or you go there and start spitting inside. Fama kporogo no na mmụọ ma na dibia mere ihe a na ọ dịrị ọcha. So you really have to be careful. Anything somebody keeps as sacred, please, the best you can do is to ask questions. Don't tell me to juju or fetish or whatever. People want goodness in their lives. So if your hubby or your wife has an ite awele they use to enhance their business, whether school, whether a church, whether a hotel, whether whatever business they are into, please don't go there and start touching it with unclean hands. Or while you are under menstruation, you go there. From my teaching, I have really explained extensively that there's nothing demonic about awele, okuku ite awele, or whatever okuku you do. Okuku arabonago to enhance what you do, to walk accordingly, to bring goodness your way, to give you breakthroughs, to give you favor and blessing. So just take note. So awele will give you what you want, and you have to give your awele what it needs. Maybe every 3 months or every 6 months. There are some, awele is every month, depending on the kind of spiritual items that was used to make it. So it all depends. You and your dibia will have to discuss about the kind of awele that you need and the type of sacrifice that you can afford to offer it every now and then, and how to offer it and the days to offer it. So that is it. You have to know that the prices differ. Enwere okuku 200, 250, 300, 500, and so on and so forth. I said, remember, it depends on the parts. Like whatever we do, because I'm from Oka, I can't do anything with monkey parts or akenwe, aka gorilla or whatever. No. If it's ego that is being used, ugo. You know that bed is expensive, it's also priceless. Depending on the kind of awele that you want. There is even a part that you need to put to enhance your awele that will cost you up to 200k or 150k. Remember, I said it initially. So when they are billing you according to the kind of awele that you want, don't shout. Ebe aka lugiki ga-ekobe. Ị na-ege ntị. Ọ bụrụ nke ga-eji ebune wake ebune gala n'ọnụ. It depends whether, okay, like now we are about to enter the season for Christians, Ember month. You know now what's up till Easter. Enwe anụmanụ ịkpatụrụ aka ma ọ bụ ọkụkọ a na-akpọrọ gị tau. They say na dibia na-charge ka. The dibia is charging too much. No, it's not the dibia's fault. It's what the season brings. Okay? That is why sometimes if you are given a list for your spiritual work and the charge and all that, you go away, after some months you come back. Do you expect the market price to still be the same as far back when you did your consultation? So that is it. All you need to do is to know the type of material that will be used to prepare it. It depends on the type of material that will be used, the cost, and how active it will be, and what you are going to use to activate it. These are the things you need to find out when it comes to okuku awele. Then also you have to be in good terms with your spiritual guide to make your awele to be positive. You understand? You have to make peace with your spirit guide so that anything you do with your awele, it will work. Use awele to boost whatever you are doing. Avoid blood money, blood rituals, okite, with human parts. All right? That is it. So don't be greedy. You want to make money, drive the highest car, do this and do that. All these things is vanity. But do things accordingly, so things will be well for you. Awele is not destructive. Thank you.